let's look at a couple things real quick here about how it sets up. As I said before, I don't have anything in this particular bank. It's set for delay, but that's just what was there in this scene when I modified it. So let's say I want it as a special distortion. If you press here, it says Model Select, press for type. You press down, and now it's a modulation. Blue is modulation. Now it's a distortion. The gold kind of yellow sound ones are distortion. So let's say I want to go to something a little heavier, and there's a fuzz phase. The fuzz pi, that's modeled after a Big Muff Pi and electroharmonics unit. I happen to have one of those when I was in my teens. I got a pretty good idea of what they sound like. Okay, now it's really important for me that all of my sounds are pretty close to the same volume, because the kind of gigs I do, we generally have a sound man who's going to want to boost and lower my volumes for solos. I don't necessarily take care of that myself. So what I'm going to do now is match the output as close as I can to the unit bypass completely. So it's quite a bit louder. So if we go here and we see this bottom one is output, and we dial it back, and then getting pretty close, bring it down just a little bit more. And just because I feel like I'm going to bring the drive up a little bit. Because you'll notice as you bring the output down, just like a real stomp box, it's hitting the front of the amp differently, so the tone changes. That's pretty close, I think. I think that's about as close as we're going to get it. So, and setting up a scene, super simple. All I did is I took the scene called My Scratch Pad Scene, because it was a scratch pad, and I set it up. It took me about 5 minutes to put a tube compressor in the, and it came on that state because that's the state we left it in with the phase shifter on. A tube compressor, just a little bit of extra when I need it, and then channel tube drive when I want to go a little harder, and like we just showed you, set up, if I want to go even harder than that, I can do a Big Muff. In fact, being it's in a different bank, I can actually have combinations of them. Not a big fan of that, but you can do it, okay? So we've got great distortions. Again, I disagree. The guy said the distortions suck. I think they sound pretty close to the real deal. The modulations are gorgeous. Besides the phase shifter, chorus, and opto tremolo that I have, you've got a choice of several different kinds of flangers. In fact, let's see if we can find one of those real quick in one of the other scenes. I believe that if we go here, we will find a flanger there somewhere. No. Oh, but it does have a really nice Leslie emulation, which is really cool. Let's turn everything off except that. Kind of cool, you know. if you hook up an expression pedal to it, you can speed up and slow down that Leslie. Okay, okay. Again, we're going hunting for a flanger because, well, just cause. Okay, there you go. That's an analog flanger. And I'll bet you if you added distortion to it. Just because I want to, I'm going back to my scene where I'm comfortable. So we finally got to hear the damn thing a little bit. And this is the Reverend for the L2P network. And I'm out of here.